Welcome back to Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland. Of course, the majority of people are going to be coming here this weekend to watch the people down on the track.
Yeah, I would assume.
Here's one of the foremost racers that has come back again, Kasey Kahne, and you're back. This is your second year here at Lucas Oil.
Yeah, last year was the first one. It's such a nice facility and great racetrack. So yeah, it's really cool to race here with the high limits and be part of that.
And I don't want to embarrass you, but Tom and I were talking earlier, and Tom, you were mentioning how he was going to be here, and when we mentioned this to people back in Springfield, they were starstruck. They were so excited you were going to be here.
Yeah, it's actually, after the races, even last night, just a lot of fans came down and see a lot of people that, they have some memorabilia from years ago when I was racing the NASCAR stuff. So, I think there's a lot of fans, a lot of, in this area that maybe I built years ago and get to see right now, do some pictures with, things like that. So it's good.
You're kind of the old guy on the track right now, aren't you?
I definitely am.
I'm sorry to say that.
It wasn't long ago it didn't feel that way, but today that is exactly how it feels.
Okay.
I think you have a baby face. I'll just give you a compliment with the end of that sentence. What are you most excited about this weekend?
I would say just, the track gives you a lot of opportunity when it's, when it gets really wide, there's just lots of racing. There's lots of opportunities. So put on a good show. Go forward if you're right. Go, backwards if you're not. So anytime you can race on a track like that, I think it's very good.
Yeah. What is it? I mean, what is the difference for you as far as maybe, your thought process or your prep or whatever it might be between, racing NASCAR and then now racing sprint car?
Well, so much different, and it's so much different. I feel like I'm always learning today in the sprint car stuff, and I took so much time off of sprint cars that it's truly hard at times to really understand what you need from a driving standpoint. Yeah, what you need from a driving standpoint, what the track's going to do, and kind of how you merge it all together. So yes, it's been tough, and then other times it goes pretty good, and you really enjoy the night.
So I'm curious, what is your preparation, your mental preparation leading up to the race? I always ask the racers if they get nervous, or is it just nervous about performing well?
I'd say that, we drive. We drive from one track to the other, so it seems like you're always driving somewhere. We have a motorhome, so Amy and Anna and Tanner are with me, and we try to have, find things to do on the way from track to track and enjoy that, enjoy the, just being together, rolling down the road, going to different parks and things like that. So, and then once you get to the track, you have to get focused on racing, and the top guys in the high limit, very good. So, it's a lot of competition, and it's just always trying to do better.
Yeah.
Does this track speak to you? Does it fit your eye? Because I know anytime you're on a different field, yes, it may be an oval, it may be dirt. It's not the same thing track to track.
Yeah, and all the tracks change. As soon as you feel like you're starting to make some gains at a track, and one thing that's nice here is we go 3 straight nights. So, by the end of it, we should be hopefully very good.
Yeah.
Better than how you start anyways. You can keep learning from that. But every track, every surface, the dirt, it's always changing. And so that's one thing that makes sprint car racing for more of a simple car actually very difficult at times, is the tracks and the surfaces.
I'm curious, how did you even get started? Was this always your dream from, a little boy to be a racer?
Yeah, I always wanted to be a dirt racer, full-time racing on dirt. That was kind of, as a kid, that's what I saw and wanted to do. I also was watching IndyCar, NASCAR, so I knew what was going on other places, and I was just really into racing, and started going that direction, and then had some other opportunity to move towards NASCAR, and ended up doing that. So did that for 16 years in the Cup Series, and now back, and these are the first couple of years that I've done full-time dirt racing, just with everything else that was going on prior to that.
Wow.
Let me ask you this, because big movie coming out right now. Does F1 grab your interest?
Yeah, I watch every F1 race, every practice race, qualifying, and I have for years. I remember I used to wake up Sunday mornings, when we had the Cup race was maybe at 2 o'clock that day, and I'd be up at 6 in the morning, watching the F1 race in some other country. So yeah, I've always paid close attention to that. I love all racing, but Formula One for sure.
And by the way, can people follow you? Do you have a social media presence? Do you have a place where people can go to find out more about you and racing?
Yeah, we have. Well, I've had Kasey Kahne, just Instagram and Facebook and X. I've had it all for years. So yeah, that works pretty good. And then Amy's always at the track. We have the merch trailer at the track selling, shirts and hats and koozies, all kinds of stuff.
That's awesome. Well, it's so good to meet you.
Good luck this weekend.
Best of luck, my friend. Thank you for getting up for us. We appreciate it. We wish you best of luck. Guys, don't go anywhere because coming up, we might have our own race of our own, Tom. I might be racing somebody. That's a little deep tease. Don't go anywhere. More fun from Lucas Oil Speedway